All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the Akim and to the elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of this earth, pushing the truth out in faith and sincerity. The law is not going to do it for you, bro. The law is not going to save you out of America, my man. Right? To anybody who just pushes the law, as if it's just, it just stops right there, right? The law. Keep this law, keep that law, and you're going to be good. And that is far from the truth, because what does the scripture say in Romans 8, right? It says that the creature was made subject unto vanity. So we were created to go off, basically, right? So as long as you're in this flesh, you are going to break laws. You're not going to keep the law 100%. And what would that make you if you just tend to the law as if that's just, everything? You're going to be a sinner. Why? Because James 2:10, it says, "For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend at one point, he is guilty of all." So if you call yourself keeping all the laws, yet you breaking one little thing, just one little thing in the law, you guilty of all of them, right? Through, And if we in America, most of our people, the majority of the Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we are in captivity in America. And if you are in captivity, you are not keeping everything 100%, especially not over here with Esau ruling, right? Because this is a wicked individual, and like I said, we're in captivity, so you're not keeping it 100%. So by you not keeping it 100%, right, you are breaking laws. You are a sinner. You are not keeping it perfectly, right? So how could that be your way out of here, right? The only way out is through the Son of the Heavenly Father, YAHAWASHI, right? Faith in Him, right? Through faith. Romans 9:30. What shall we say then? That the Gentiles, we're talking about the Israelite foreigners, right? Because if you're going back during the time of the Greeks, Antiochus Epiphanes pushed that way on our people and forced us to forget who we are, right? Some of us couldn't even call ourselves Israelites. Some of us, we had to eat pork. Some of us died trying to keep our heritage and our traditions, all right? But some people gave into it, and they taught it to their children, their children. They became Gentiles. They lived after the Gentiles. What shall we say then? That the Gentiles which follow not after righteousness. What is righteousness? All right. This is Deuteronomy 6:24. It says, "And Yahweh commanded us to do all these statutes." Who is us? It's the Israelites. Right? "To fear Yahweh our power for our good always, that He might preserve us alive as it is this day. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before Yahweh our power as He has commanded us." So the laws is only given unto the nation of Israel, so only the nation of Israel can be righteous. But it says that if we were to keep all of these things, to do all of them, then it will be our righteousness. Then you will be righteous through the law if you keep all of this, right? So the law is righteous, right? So this is Romans 9:30. What shall we say then? That the Gentiles which follow not after righteousness have attained to righteousness, even the righteousness which is of faith. Because those Gentiles, those Israelite foreigners, they didn't grow up keeping the customs, keeping the law, being circumcised, right? So they wasn't following after righteousness, So they have obtained to righteousness, even the righteousness which is of faith. So the righteousness is going to be by faith, right? But faith in what? Faith in who? Right? This is Romans 3:20. It says, "Therefore, by the deeds of the law, there shall no flesh be justified in His sight." See, you're not going to be saved through the law. You ain't going to make it through the law. You ain't going to be looked at as somebody, great or in the Most High's eyes, right? Because you saying you keeping the law 100%. It ain't through that, bro. Nah, it's not the way. It says, for by the law is the knowledge of sin, right? By the law is the knowledge of sin, because only way you can sin is by the law, because sin is the transgression of the law. It says, but now the righteousness of the Most High without the law is manifested. So you have, see, when I read in Deuteronomy, it said that our only righteousness was if we kept those commandments, right? But now it's saying that it's a righteousness without the law. What is that? It says, being witnessed by the law and the prophets, even the righteousness of the Most High, which is by faith of YAHAWASHI Mashiach unto all, and upon all them that believe, for there is no difference. So the righteousness is going to come by faith in YAHAWASHI, the Savior of Israel, whom you eagerly call Jesus Christ, which is a so-called black man, right, according to the scriptures. Belief in him is going to get you saved. Belief in him is going to get you that righteousness. Right? It says, back to verse 21, it said, but now the righteousness of the Most High without the law is manifested, being witnessed by the law and the prophets. And YAHAWASHI, he is over the law and the prophets. So how could you put the law before him? Matthew 17. And I'll just start at 1. And after 6 days, YAHAWASHI taketh Peter, James, and John, his brother, and bringeth them up into an high mountain apart, and was transfigured before them. And his face did shine as the sun, and as his raiment was white as the light. And behold, there appeared unto him Moses and Elias, which is Elijah, right, talking with him. Then answered Peter and said unto YAHAWASHI, Lord, it is good for us to be here, for if thou wilt, let us make here 3 tabernacles, one for thee, and one for Moses, and one for Elijah. And Moses represented the law, and Elijah represented basically the greatest prophet ever, because Elijah came back as John the Baptist, right? And what did YAHAWASHI say about John? There has now risen a greater that of them that were born among women than John the Baptist. Why? Because he was Elijah, right? He even said it himself. Verse 5, while he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed him, which is a chariot, right, so-called UFO. And behold, a voice out of the cloud which said, this is my beloved son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him, right? So it says Moses, right, and Moses, which was the lawgiver, and Elijah, which was the greatest prophet, said, the Most High said, this is my beloved son, YAHAWASHI. Hear ye him. It didn't say hear ye Moses, hear ye Elijah, because people like they was putting the law, the prophets, the scriptures over YAHAWASHI, right? When he was the only way for salvation. When he was over that. And it's going to say, it says, and when the disciples heard it, they fell on their face and were so afraid. And YAHAWASHI came and touched them and said, arise and be not afraid. And when they had lifted up their eyes, they saw no man except YAHAWASHI only, right? They only seen YAHAWASHI. They didn't see Moses or Elijah, right? They didn't see that. They only seen YAHAWASHI. It is about YAHAWASHI. Focus is on YAHAWASHI. Focus on him, basically, right? Because when this place go to hell, right, or, when America start crumbling and you start having the famines and the race riots and the martial law and all of that, when in the nuclear missiles, when it's time for salvation to come, none of the prophets, right, are going to come back to save you. Moses is not going to come back and save you. Who's going to be doing the saving? YAHAWASHI. But the only way to be saved is by believing on him, because that's that righteousness, right? But does it just stop at faith? It's just say, oh, I got faith, I believe, right? And I can sin. I ain't gotta keep the law or nothing, because my righteousness come through him, right? Romans 3:31. Do we then make void the law through faith? The Most High forbid. Yea, we establish the law. So nah, just because we got faith, just because it's faith in your house, I don't mean just throw the law to the side and, oh, I'm good, I ain't got to keep nothing, right? I believe in them. That's it. No, hell no. Scriptures say rehearse the righteous acts. This is Judges 5:11. The dude want to start cutting grass when I do the video. Judges 5:11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the place of drawing water, which is talking about here in America, right? Because drawing water represents slavery, and the noise of the archers basically represents those missiles, right? It says, and there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahweh, Right? And what were those righteous acts? I just read it in Deuteronomy. It was the commandments was righteousness, and also going out and teaching His word, right, on the highways and the byways, like our Lord YAHAWASHI commanded us to do. But like I said, we rehearsing the righteous acts. It's not going to be perfect because we can't keep it perfectly in this flesh. Right? It's like I read James 2:10. You break one, you offended in all. So we rehearsing it, right? Even though we got that belief, right? It's not about believing and that's it, and you can just sin and do whatever you want to do, eat whatever you want to eat. No, it's not what YAHAWASHI died for, right? Galatians 2:16, knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of YAHAWASHI Mashiach. Said it again. It's by the faith in YAHAWASHI. Even we have believed in YAHAWASHI that we might be justified by the faith of YAHAWASHI and not by the works of the law. For by the works of the law shall no flesh be justified. But if while we seek to be justified by YAHAWASHI, we ourselves also are found sinners, is therefore YAHAWASHI the minister of sin? The Most High forbid. Yeah, because we are seeking to be justified by the faith in YAHAWASHI, by believing in Him and not trying to keep the whole law perfectly. And when you think about it, us trying not to keep the whole law perfectly will make it seem like that we are sinners. But we are not, because we're getting our righteousness through YAHAWASHI. The scriptures say that we are complete in Him. So our shortcomings and where we go off at, you know, because like I said, we're going to go off. Basically, he, how can I say it with the lack of better words, is that damn, man, I can't even think of the word. Basically, He covers that. You know, he covered that. He got our back on that, basically. All right, to simplify it. You know, it says, for if I build again the things which I destroyed, I make myself a transgressor. And what are the things that we destroyed? You destroyed that old nigga that you was, that old man that was corrupt, right, in this world. You know, doing whatever you want to do, lusting after anything, you know, whatever your flesh desired, you did it, all right? Wickedness, you know. If you build that again, you go back onto that, yeah, you a transgressor. You are sinning, right? So for I through the law am dead to the law, that I might live unto the Most High. I am crucified with YAHAWASHI, nevertheless I live, yet not I, but YAHAWASHI liveth in me. And the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by the faith of the Son of the Most High, who loved me and gave Himself for me. I do not frustrate the grace of the Most High. Yeah, I ain't doing away with the grace of the Most High, because of the sacrifice of YAHAWASHI, we got that grace to come back unto the Most High and keep these laws, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability, to get right. That grace period. For if righteousness come by the law, then YAHAWASHI is dead in vain, because the only reason He came to die was to save us from that death. All right? Save us from the law. You know? Because we could not keep it. Right? So a sacrifice needed to be made. He had to die. And by you saying, if you say that, you know, salvation gonna come through the law is just everything, the law, YAHAWASHI died for nothing. Basically, that's what you're making it seem like. Like, bro, you didn't even need Him, right? And YAHAWASHI is the only way. John 14, chapter 6, verse 6, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father by me. So He is the way, right? It's like in school, you have a multiple choice question. They ask you a question, you have a multiple choice. You can choose this answer, that answer, this answer. But it ain't no multiple choice with this. YAHAWASHI, He is the choice. He's the only answer, right? The Most High didn't say that, okay, if you can keep the law perfect, then you can make it. Or if you believe in YAHAWASHI, right, you can make it. No, it wouldn't none of that. He didn't give no multiple choices out. And you just chose whatever you wanted. It's only through YAHAWASHI, bro. That's it. Right? I mean, that's really the lesson. I ain't want to make it too long. All right? Just start getting ready for work in a little bit. But with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Chakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Peace and salutation to the Akim and to the elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of this earth, pushing the truth and faith and sincerity. Shalom. And I hope brothers was edified.